Talent. I dare you to think about what talent is for you. Is it a feeling? Maybe a previous experience or a moment? Or do you maybe visualize a person? Somehow, if I think about talent, I see stars. Exceptional stars that stand out and shine brighter than the others in a galaxy filled with all authentic celestial bodies. And if talent was a persona, I think of one of the greatest athletes of all time. Maybe cliché, but Michael Jordan was my hero when I grew up. His athletic abilities, his work ethic, his dominance, his leadership skills, they make him all intriguing, like a sort of supernatural human being. And I know Michael Jordan's quotes about talent, such as talent wins games, but hard work and intelligence win championships. Or if talent wins, no, hard work wins when talent fails to work hard. I know them. But that Michael Jordan wasn't talent himself is an undoubted truth. And what is it that makes people so talented in the first place? Let's stick with Michael here, and I think this is a two-step list. First, it comes natural to him. And second, he exploits his talent to the fullest. We all know talented people, and I assume that you yourself have a talent as well. It is a natural ability, as the dictionary refers to it. Talent, and especially talent development when we were younger, was a big issue. Personally, I had a talent in basketball. And I'm from a very small town called Urk in the Netherlands, and from a young age on, my parents drove me all across the country so that I could make more playing hours. So that I could get trained and coached by better trainers and coaches. And so that I could play with and against better players. I moved to 3 different high schools so that I could play more sports. And I moved from that very small village to the big city of Amsterdam when I was 16 years old, to a full-time athletic talent program. I worked 24/7 to get better and better and better. And I had a lot of coaches and trainers throughout my youth. And in talent development, you get refined and shaped by these experts who believe that they have the best approach for you, whether that's a standard procedure or, when you're lucky, a personal approach. And of course, you as the talent, you digest all that information and you make it your own. And it is interesting because if the talent development approach doesn't fit you, you either have 3 options. First, you adjust to that approach and let go of your natural way of succeeding. Second, you'll go and find another approach which naturally fits you better. Or third, you quit. And I chose for the latter. Somehow, I always had the feeling that my talent didn't show as much as I believed it was inside of me. Sometimes it did. Sometimes it did show. Then I felt like I could touch the sky and all my movements and every action went exactly the way it should. Timing-wise, perfect. The perfect shot, the perfect pass, the perfect steal, the perfect assist. I think any athlete knows this feeling, where everything goes so smooth and natural and you feel like you're on top of the world. It's a very powerful feeling as well. Later, also during my career, but especially later, I questioned, why didn't I have these moments more often? Why didn't I have these moments more often during Final Four games, or during the finals, or during the European Championships? Why was I always dependent on whatever it was, call it luck, or just having a good day or something? And why couldn't I decide when I wanted to shine? Why couldn't I control my talent to shine as bright whenever I wanted? And it frustrated me throughout my entire career, and I thought, as regards to basketball, I would never find out what it was. However, I knew that in my business life, I would come in similar situations. Maybe exactly the same situation. So I knew I had to fix it. I just simply didn't know what it was. 2 years ago, a college tour interview with the Dutch actress, the amazing Dutch actress Carice van Houten, changed that for me. She said, and I quote, "You need to make sure you know your lyrics. You need to make sure you have all the skills necessary. But I believe in the moment. You need to make sure you are prepared to the best of your abilities. And then you need to let go and adjust to the circumstance." I never let go. I constantly and convulsively try to hold on to what I've learned, accompanied by all my artistic pre-game rituals, because I had no idea how else to get that talent out of me, which I wanted to show so badly. Because all I was focused on was whether I did the right thing at the right time. I pushed my talent constantly. And I analyzed everything I did while I did it. It made me not play as freely as I actually should. And that's the thing, because for years, I tried to be in charge with my own talent. And I failed, because there is no such thing. As natural as talent comes, as natural it should be developed. And it is up to you to never try to control your talent. It is up to you to make sure you put yourself in an environment, physically as well as mentally, where the talent of yours can be exploited by itself. And as freely as possible. And unrestrained by anything, and especially not by your own controlling thoughts. As freely as possible and as crazy as you might be. Because the thing about relying on control is that you simply do not always have that control. Surprise, surprise. You cannot control or work hard or plan for all situations and for all circumstances. And with circumstances, I do not only mean controlling yourself when a crowd filled with people try to boost your team or maybe even try to break you completely down. With circumstances, I do not only mean controlling your feelings when just before a very important negotiation, something happens in your personal life. Moreover, I mean that you cannot control for your own biosystems. And all those systems and adrenaline and hormones raving through your body in exactly your moments of truth. And that's the thing, you did everything you could possibly do. And that's it. You need to let it go and trust. In case you need to make that very important free throw in the final seconds of a very important game for the win, trust and adjust. In case you need to pitch a business plan to $1 million venture capitalist, trust and adjust. And even in case you need to present your very first TED Talk, trust and adjust. It took me 10 years to say this. Let your talent go. Trust and adjust. And then, let's see how bright you will shine as that one star in the galaxy between all the other authentic celestial bodies. Thank you.